Continuing story of Peyton Place. Starring Dorothy Malone as Constance Mackenzie, Warner Anderson as Matthew Swain, Ed Nelson as Michael Rossi, Mia Farrow as Allison Mackenzie, Ryan O'Neill as Rodney Harrington, and Barbara Parkins as Betty Anderson.
Vincent Markham, a doctor with a worldwide reputation for humanitarianism, came to Peyton Place for highly personal reasons. Now in Doctor's Hospital, he's been tested and found to be a victim of a rare blood disease. He has been tested elsewhere and found to be a victim of pride and ego.
Is Dr. Rossi available?
Dr. Markham, I'll see. No, his line is busy. I'm sure he'll be with you in a moment.
Fine.
How are you feeling?
Oh, no problems.
Your brother was here. I'll bet people have been confusing you for years.
Yes, they have.
Must be kind of annoying.
So how is it that you were able to distinguish between the two of us?
You and your twin have a different manner about you.
Well, what is it? A look in the eye, a certain sadness, a never-ending corridor of mirrors reflecting what? Despair? A conviction that there's no hope, only futility? What is it, miss? What is it that you... What are my hidden secrets? Mine alone? Or can you be sure that Dr. Markham is standing in front of you and not Kenneth Markham?
I don't know for sure. All I know about you is what I've read and what Dr. Clare... She just mentioned that...
Yes, she mentioned...
Just that you were married?
Yes, I suppose that people talk when they work together. Are you married?
No.
That young man, that aggressive young man...
Stephen Cord, we're just friends.
Good friends?
He's an attorney. He practices with...
I think he has plans for you.
We're friends, that's all.
Marry him.
I said we are just friends.
He's ambitious, aggressive, and ordinary. Typical mid-century American male. You can't go wrong. Marry him. I suppose I should apologize.
Why bother? An apology for you is a way of life. You do exactly what you want. You say what you want. And if anyone is offended, you beg forgiveness. It's simple.
Is Dr. Rossi available?
I'll see. Dr. Rossi, Dr. Markham. Yes, sir. You can go in now.
Come in. Come in, Dr. Markham. Dr. Rossi, do forgive this unannounced visit.
Oh, it's all right. Actually, it's a pleasure to be interrupted from these journals. I have a special case I've been trying to bone up.
Mine?
No. Actually, I was trying to call you over at the inn.
Oh, yes, I was walking.
Do you want some coffee?
Do you want to go back to Peru with me? Actually, I did get your message that you had called, and I thought, well, Rossi will not give up this lush pasture. It's as simple as that. He's going to turn me down. And I thought I'd call you and give you a chance to turn me down by telephone, but I thought, well, no, why should I make it so easy for him? And I want you to come back with me. So came over to give you a sales pitch, I guess.
You don't have to sell me. I believe in what you're doing. Actually, I called you to find the outcome of the meeting you had with your brother.
Well, what's that got to do with anything? What's that got to do with whether you go to Peru or not?
Nothing at all. It's just that he made a point of telling me about the foundation.
Oh, well, yes, I should have guessed that he would tell you that. Imagine that he would take out an ad in the Sunday papers announcing what he generously wants to do for me.
Well, I considered it generous.
Yes, all he wanted me to do was lend my work, my name, my life to the glorification of the Kenneth Markham Foundation, acquiring along the way dignity and honor and a big tax deduction.
Have you had any luck raising money elsewhere?
Not a bit. I'm very clever at fencing with the institutional mind. And there's plenty of them in our profession, as you know.
What about your health? You know, the
I'm
consequences...
not concerned with my health. I'm concerned with my work.
I can't understand. It compels you to give up your life for your work. Yet I find I respect you for it.
I imagine all of this is a polite way for you to lead up to telling me that you're not going to join me.
If you live for your work as you profess, you'll do anything to finance your mission.
Please, Doctor.
You'd agree to anything.
The Kenneth Markham Foundation would be a three-ring circus. That's cheap promotional stuff.
So
It'd be another toy for Kenneth.
All right, so it's
alongside
a
of his
toy.
golf trophies.
It's a toy that will allow you $110,000 a year to cure the sick. Well, which is more important, to cure the sick or to see to it your brother doesn't have his toy?
Fine. Doctor. Thank you for everything that you've done for me.
Markham, you don't want me to come to Peru to assist you. You want me to be some kind of a witness to the sacrificial death of Dr. Vincent Markham. In the name of devotion, dedication, and martyrdom.
Oh, you're not a very good psychiatrist, Rossi.
If you were selfless, if you were truly selfless, you'd beg for the money to continue your work. To continue your work alone, without any witnesses.
Rodney.
Trick or treat.
Hi.
Well, you look surprised.
I know I shouldn't be. Mother told me you were working here. I came to pick her up. How do you like it?
Say the first 100 years are the hardest.
Mother's quite impressed with what you're doing.
Nothing very impressive about loading crates all day.
You know what I mean.
I think I like your mother.
I think she likes you.
That leaves you somewhere in the middle, huh?
I like you too, I always have.
Here, here, you're blocking the fire exit. Now, aren't you glad I'm not an inspector? I'd have to give you a ticket.
I might hire a good lawyer and fight it.
Well, not just the man to handle your case. How are you, Rod?
No complaints?
Rough day?
Oh, nothing a cold drink and a hot bath won't cure.
Well, now, with an attitude like that, nobody's going to wear you down.
Anybody trying?
What do you think of our boy jumping into the field of commerce with both feet?
I'm all for it.
So am I.
Well, I'm glad I got your vote of confidence. See you around.
Bye-bye.
Take care, Rod.
Are you free Friday, Miss Anderson?
I don't know. I'm on the late shift tonight.
I'll wait.
What's the occasion?
We're having dinner at the house.
What house?
The only house in town.
So drag out your prettiest frock and your grandest manner. No second story stuff.
We've been invited to a buffet dinner by the Lord and Lady Schuster.
We.
Me and my date. Which happens to be you. Which makes it we. If you follow that line of thought.
Are you trying to convince me?
Only that I'd like your company?
At the Harrington house.
Correction. The current occupants of the Schusters.
That's a, technicality for both of us.
Well, let's let somebody else worry about technicalities.
They will. boiled. They're easier to make than scrambled eggs.
What are you doing here?
I was waiting around to see your reaction to my present. Now that I've seen it, I don't think it was worth getting 2 warnings for loitering.
Well, all I can say is, you want to split an egg?
Not even a thank you to season it with.
Come here. Thank you.
I went to 3 stores trying to find one that was you.
Well, you succeeded. Allison, I appreciate it.
Did you have a nice day?
Well, the work's easy. It's, the waiting to go home that kills me.
Maybe it'll get easier when you get used to it.
We're some pair, you know that? When I've got nothing to do, you're working for the Schusters, and now that you've got nothing to do, I'm working for the Schusters. Listen, when I get my first paycheck, let's do something.
To celebrate your working.
Celebrate the fact that I lasted a week. We'll jump in my horseless carriage and take it as far as a tank of gas and the speed laws permit. You want to make a trial run?
Well, if we go as far as the square.
You're on.
All right. I got your note. Did you want something special?
No. I just wanted to talk to you and find out how the world is.
You couldn't have picked a more perfect day to ask, because today the world is lovely.
And yesterday?
Yesterday the world was a world.
I have to assume something momentous happened to make today more valuable.
No, not really. I went to visit Rodney at the mill, and that put me in a good mood. It's as simple as that.
Well, gone are the days when such simple things would brighten my day.
Is that a sad remark?
No, reflective one.
Okay. Teen Topics by Allison... Uncle Matt, when did you have this framed?
Oh, a couple of weeks ago. That's the first column you wrote for me.
Allison Mackenzie, Observer of Life, with a capital L. Oh, that's awful. That's embarrassing.
No, it's rather good. A little naive, perhaps, but one expects naivete from the young.
Nobody should be that young.
And you're saying this from the vantage point of your advanced years.
Absolutely. Now, tell me, how are you in your world? Or is today a bad day to ask?
No, it's a good day. Matter of fact, that's why I called you in. You see, I've been a very, very good newspaperman. I've observed carefully, correctly, and printed the facts. And I trained myself to stifle any emotional responses I might have so I could print the news without coloration. And I spent a lot of years sitting behind that desk doing just that. But after a while, it wasn't any effort. I don't know just when it happened, but suddenly it became natural to observe, record, and obliterate all feeling. I was so busy observing the lives and adventures of other people, I didn't see my own life slip by. Now, all this is preparatory to telling you that now I'm going to take what is left of my life and live it.
Are you going away?
I'm going away.
Where?
Everywhere, somewhere in the world. Some place I've never been before, and places I'd like to visit once again.
When?
As soon as I can find someone to take over the paper. Allison, it'll be a few more weeks, but I want to tell you personally. See, we can look over travel folders together.
Yeah.
Be happy for me.
Oh, I am, Uncle Matt, I am.